recordings.
This conference will now be
Yeah, yeah.
recorded.
They will send you Shashank. Maybe
I mean,
I
I
will
just slept
intimate
with
you.
the last couple of weeks.
Mhm,
So
mhm, mhm, mhm. Fine, fine, fine. Only intimate. They will forward you Shashank, okay, today and tomorrow because maybe if they're not forward, I will intimate again. Hmm? It's clear?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
yeah, fine. And only a few more topics we have left. I hope everyone able to see the screen. Okay. So seventh module and eighth and ninth and tenth. Okay, these four modules have left, and most probably this one will finish. Okay, maybe before 30th we have to complete, and project has already assigned what you have in your curriculum. I think the model 12, the few project already they have mentioned here, and few projects I added. And the project related, anybody have any question? Sir, we want to know how to do the front end, back end, DB, anything, any kind of questions. If anyone have, you can ping me. The projects also we will try to be work out. It's clear? Okay, fine. So now uh, we are moving to the concept now. Okay, so before I have to move these concepts, first we want to be discuss few topics today's class. So I think this topic is missing in your curriculum. It's not there. So that the reason I added one topics, and then we'll come back to the what topics they mention in your curriculums. It's fine. So this is very important concept like types of machine learnings. That's correct. They already mentioned a few concept of neural network, deep learning, but types of machine learning. I hope it's missing. It's clear. So before we are moving types of machine learning, first we want to know the small introduction about AI, ML, DS. What is the difference? Then we are coming back to the types. So we already did in the beginning of the class AI, ML. What is the difference? So I'm just repeating the same things. So AI, we know very well, it's a technology that allow computer or machines to think, learn, and make a decision like a human. That is AI. When you talk about machine learning means we know very well it's a part of AI where the computer learn from your data and improve automatically without being explicitly of program. That is ML, the definitions. When you talk about data science, because data science is the study of data, it means they have to collect information for cleaning or study and they're finding the useful meaning from it. So when I say the short form, AI is nothing but is a automates tasks and give the smart help. That is AI. ML is what? It's learn the pattern and predict the future's needs. That is only ML will be do. The short forms. What is data science here? It study the data and give the insights for better decisions. That is only data science has to be do it. That's correct. I'll give you a few example like what is the difference AI, ML, data science. Correct. Now, for example, I want to starting our own business. I have to starting our own business. Now, what is the role of AI? And we are talking about what is the role of ML and what is the role of data science. Is correct. So, what is the role of AI to start our own business, it work like a smart assistant. Example like your chatbots. That is only we have given the more example. The chatbot can answer the customer question 24 bar 7, or the AI tool can automatically create ad and social media post. That is only AI is doing when we want to start our business. Now, what is the role of ML if you want to start your business? It learn from your past data and improve your decisions. Example like if customer buy more products during the festivals. Now what ML is supposed to do, it predict the demand and help your stock item in advance. That is only ML has to be doing. Now same thing what data science will be do here. Data science is what? It's collect and study all the business data. Example like you're analyzing the sales, customers' feedbacks, and website visit to find what products are popular and where improvements is needed. That is the role of data science. Is clear? I'll give you one more example now. uh, at the zoo, now we can be decide to planning to go to the zoo, any zoo, I think Bangalore, Mysore. Is clear? So now we are planning to go for the zoo. Now what AI has to do, what ML has to be do, what data science has to be do. So we know very well AI, it's act like a smart guide. I'm just given the small scenario at the zoos. So AI will be act like a smart guide. Example, just I told you the chart boards at the zoo entrance to answer the question like where is the lion enclosure or what time the bird show. So that is only the AI has to be do, the chatbots. So when you talk about ML, what ML it's supposed to do here, it learn from your visitor patterns. If most people visit tiger section first, the ML will predict the crowd flow and suggest the alternate routes to avoid this congestion. That is only ML has to be do. When you say the data science, now what data science it's supposed to do here, it collect analyzing the zoo data. Example, it track animal health records, visitor counts, ticket sales to improve the zoo management and plan the better events. It's clear? So in the short form, if I say the AI is the smart helper at the zoo to talk and guide and answer. ML is the learner. It's predict and suggest and adapts. DS is nothing but is analyzer to study the data and find the insights. Okay, just I have given very common example like AI, ML, and data science. What is the difference? Clear? Fine. So this is just I'm given the small introduction. I'm not gone for the in-depth. I'm just given the small introduction about AI, ML, and data science. Correct? So now this is very important. We want to talk about the types of machine learnings. Maybe, of course, everyone have no like supervised learnings, unsupervised learning, reinforced learning. Okay, these are the different types of machine learning we have. Is correct? So when you talk about supervisor learning, so when you say the supervisor learnings, the supervisor learning means what? The model train the labeled data like input and output. Is clear? Because when you talk about supervisor learning, so here we already train the model on the label data. Model that train the label data means what? Input and output. We know both input and output. Is correct? Example, when I say like the student marks. Student marks means what? We know very well the student marks should be pass or fail. So we know very well input and output. It's correct. So this that is only given the option here. Okay, like input and output because when you see where we're using in the real time, that is very important. Okay, supervisor learning means what? The computer according to the definition, supervisor learning means what? The computer learn from the labeled data with the correct answers. Like learning with teacher who give the question and answer. Because the model will be trained the level of data input and output. Just now I given the example the student marks, pass or fail. So input and output, you know very well the labels. Is correct? So we'll take a few real-time example where we are using and which company right now they are using this supervisor learnings. Is correct? So when I say the first company, when you talk about Amazon, yes. So Amazon and Flipkart, all e-commerce. I'm talking about Amazon and Flipkart. So Amazon Flipkart, what is the purpose? For product recommendation purpose. That's correct. The product recommendation purpose we are talking about. And how it works. That is very important. How it will be work? The users of purchase histories and ratings. That's correct. The users of purchase history and rating like, dislike, buy or not buy. So, what is the impacts? It suggests the relevant product to increase customer satisfaction and sales. Got everyone clear my question here? So, what is a supervisor learning role here? I'm just writing here how it will be work. Use purchase history and rating. This is the label like, dislike, buy or not buy. So, what is the impact when you talk about here? It suggests the relevant product to increase the customer satisfaction and sales. Now, what is supervisor learning role here? It learn from your past labeled data. That is a role of supervisor learning here. The role of supervisor learning is what here? It learn. I'm just writing here the role of supervising. Okay, the supervisor learning roles. So what is the supervisor learning role here? It learn from your past labeled data. Just now I told you buy or not buy. So based on that, it predict the future of the customer preference. Okay, so this is I'm just given one common example for your Amazon and Flipkarts. Is correct. So like that we have your Google. We can be take your Google also. Yes, Google when I say uh, Gmail or Outlooks. I'm just taking two examples. Okay, Gmail. I have taken the example Gmail and Outlooks. So what is the purpose? First important is what is the purpose? Because the email spam detection. That is the main purpose. How it will be work? It will be work to train the million of labels of your emails. We are talking about supervisor learning means what? Label, input and output. So how it will be work here? We want to train the million of label of your email like spam and not spams. So what is the impact when you talk about here? It protect the user from facing the junk mail and harmful links. Now, what is supervisor learning role here? We have used label data sets like spam versus not spams so that it will be classify the new email correctly. That is a role of supervisor learning when you talk about yes. Not everyone question is correct. So like that, we can take one more, two more example. When I say Netflix, Everybody's know. So Netflix, what is the purpose of Netflix? To content personalization purpose. Content personalization purpose. And we know very well how it will be work. It learn from the user viewing histories. The Netflix it will be work to base on the user viewing histories like watch or skip label. This is only the supervisor learnings. Now, what is the impact when you talk about Netflix to show tailored to each user's taste? Now, what is the role of supervisor learning? Just now I told you the use label feedback. Watch with skipped to predict what the user will enjoy next. I'm just given a basic example here. So like that, we have plenty of example. Okay, we'll take one more example, then we'll come back. Is correct? So one more example, then we'll come back to the practical session. I will just take on one retail. So retail we can be say Walmart, many things we can be say. I'm just taken as a Walmart. Now Walmart, what is the purpose of here for demand forecasting? How it will be work to predict the product demand using the past sales data. Is correct. So what is the impacts when you talk about here? It's optimizing the inventory and reduce the waste. Now what is the role of supervisor learning here? It learn from historical label sales data to forecast the future demands. That is the role of supervisor learning here. Is correct. Fine, and we'll go one small example. Now, this is my case studies. Is correct. So this is my case study here. This is the training of data and the small case study. This one, okay, I'm written here. The student exam. I'm just given the case study here. The student exam result predictions. This is the small scenarios. We already given these are the steps. We will follow these steps and we will see how to implement the code also. Correct. Now first, already they given some training of data. The computer give the example for the past students. Already they given. I will tell you why fail, pass and fail. These are the like a teachers to show the computer the student pass. This one is fail. Clear? So these are the labels. What training model it's supposed to do? This is the rules. If the first subject marks is less than 50, you're failed. Maybe you can be have second subject is 90 marks also, you're fail only because the first subjects. Clear? That is only the condition they given here. If the first subject marks is less than 50, fail. Otherwise, pass. The rules come directly from this example. So when I say I want to predict for the new student result, this also fail because 40 is less than 250. Just we are given 50 is by pass. Is correct. Even the second subject is high, the computer follow the first rules only. Then finally we'll get the output is fail. The prediction is fail only. So this is only we want to be work out here. Is correct. So now we'll go for the practical session here and we'll see how to write this example. Okay. Now what I supposed to do it here? We'll come back to the practical sessions. Now practical session, the first important we want to be use the library, but we want to be install the library first. Is correct? So what I'm writing here from I will explain sk learn dot tree import. I had to write decision tree classifieds. That's correct. The decision tree classified in scikit-learn is a supervisor learning algorithm used for the classification task. That's correct. So what I'm written here, So this decision tree classifier, the scikit-learn is a supervisor learning. This is the class. This class we want to be import from the sklearn tree models. So this is a decision tree classifier in the scikit-learns. Is a supervisor learning algorithm used for the classification task purpose. Is correct. So now, what is the purpose? We want to learn this simple because the decision from label, it train the data and apply those rules to predict outcome from the input. That's correct. So what I want to be make here, I'm just taken this decision tree classifier. Now this decision tree classifier, the rules, once the condition is met, it follow that the branches. Now here we want to train some data. If the no student marks is less than 50 means pass. So the model will be assumed the marks one is the most important features here. Is clear? That is only I want to be conclude here. So now my step number one. So which we have given per year. This is my step number one. So my step number one, I want to first, I'm just using for this is the step number one. My step number one is what? We have already some is correct. So already we have some training data because now we know very well the each row what they mention here. This is the each row they have marks one and marks two. Is correct. Each row we have marks one and marks two. So that is only I want to be right here. So what I'm writing here, x equal to, I had to be used here. So they given 35 comma 40s. Okay, fine. So they given here 30 comma 5 40. I'll put one comma. Okay. And again they given the another marks 60 because this is the input 60 comma input also we know very well, output also we know very well. This is the label. So 60 comma 65. I'll write. And next we have 75 comma 70 comma and 30 comma 35. Okay, fine. So I'm just taken this is the training of data. Each row marks one and marks two. This is X. Now this is the input what they have given according to here. Now this is the output. Your label because this is the label we are talking about. In my label they already given here 0 comma 1 comma 1 comma zeros. So this is the label. So what is the meaning of 0 means? 0 means fail and 1 means pass. So that is the reason we are talking about this should be the fail because already we know input also we know very well, output also we know very well, whether student pass and fail. They already given for 0 is nothing but fail. And this student, he already mentioned pass. So this is pass. And this should be pass because label has given as a pass on this. And this they have mentioned as a fail. So that is only written the code, very simple and basic code. There's no complex here. So we know very well input also, we know very well output also. This is the label. This is only we are talking about supervisor learning. This is the step number one, what they have mentioned here. This is only written. Is correct? So we want to go to the step number two. We want to follow. Now step number two, we have to become to the step number two on this. Now in step number two, we want to train the models. Okay, I'm just writing here. We want to train the models. Okay, so we want to train the model based on your decision tree classifiers. Is clear? So decision tree classifier to learn the rule from your labeled data. Got it here? This decision tree classifier learn the rule from your label data, which I told you like when the condition is met, it follow that branches. If your training data, no students with marks 1 less than equal to 50 means pass. So the model will be assume marks 1 is most important feature. That is only uh, the algorithm has written for the decision tree. But in your curriculum, decision tree classify we don't have. Okay, this is the a very important topic, decision tree classify algorithm, but they not mentions. It's correct. So I'm just giving the small explanation. That is the main reason. Now, what we want to do here, we want to create one new decision tree classifier object from your scikit-learns. That is all I want to do. So what I'm doing here, I'll declare one variable model equal your decision tree classify one object I have created. Okay, I want to create one new decision tree classify object from the scikit-learn because we want to train the models. Now, what I want to do, I want to train my model. I'm written model dot fit. These are like all predefined. Model is a variable name. So I want to be train my model, which I told you people. So I want to train my model, the step where the decision tree actually learn from your past data. What it will be learned by here x and y. X is the input feature, that is your student marks. Y is the label which predict pass and fails. And finally, the result is what? The model build the decision tree rules. This model will be build the decision tree rules to map the input to output. That's correct. That is only we have given here step number 2. Now the step number 3, we are coming back here. Now the step number 3 is what we want to predict the new student marks, what they have given us. Okay, so we want to predict the new student marks, what they given 40 comma 75, but student is failed because 40 is the rules. The decision tree rules is what the first subject marks should not be less than 50. Just we are given the example. Okay, I'm just taken for 50 here because according to my project here. Clear? Because they already mentions. It's fine. So now what I supposed to do, I want to predict for the new students. So what I'm doing here, I'm just declare one more variable as a predictions. I declare one variable as a predictions. Now I'm using here model dot predict. So we want to predict for the new students. So I'll just write here 40 comma 70 or 75. They given 75s. That's correct. So my model, it will be predict that should be 0 only. My model will be predict 0 only because the first subject marks is less than 50 and assume that 50 is correct because according to this. So now my model will be predict as a 0 because the first marks is less than 250. If the second subject is higher than also, we are fail on this. That is only the decision tree will be models. Is correct? Now, what we have to do it here, okay, maybe I did some mistakes. Okay, one more square bracket should become. Okay, so we already done the prediction. Now, what I'm using, if I had to write one conditions, so prediction of 0. Okay, if there is 1 is equal to 1, it condition should be true. your prediction should be pass. Okay, so I'm just writing here the prediction should be pass on this. I'm just writing here uh, pass. Now we know very well our condition is not true, so our prediction should be the fail on this. Okay, I'm just writing here else part, and my prediction should be the fail on this. Okay, just I'll copy here and I have to be paste. I will write this should be the fail on. Okay, we'll see, and then later we'll predict few more things. Okay, so I just execute this part and we'll see. Now,
Sir, I have one question. So,
yes.
how to install that sklearn tree, like pip install, and what should I type in the terminal?
You have to use for like pip install disease and tree classifier you can install.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay, one second for you. Okay, so model has to predict for here. We are not doing here. Now I'll give 40 40s. Now it's predict fail. Okay, so we'll write this should be 70, and we'll see that it will be pass because the first subject should be the higher than. And what we will do, we'll write 35 and 75, anything we can be right. So now we want to see what it's predicting here. Okay, it's predicting but it's fail on this. It's correct. So I'll forward you people and just go through that. But my suggestion, everyone has to learn little bit about the decision tree classifier. This is one separate topics we have, but we don't have in our curriculum. But I need everyone has to be study that. Then only we'll get to know how it will be works. Correct. So I'll forward in the group so that generative. Okay, I just forwarded. It's clear. And based on that, I'll give you one small task. This is the task. Later you can do it. The credit card approval systems. So this is a common task I'm given. This is the training data. This is the input. This is the output. They already mentioned. If income is there, approve. Or credit score if it is zero. That's correct. So they already given here. This is the training data, and these are the labels 0 and 1. They already mentioned. It is rejected. This is approved. This is the training models. If your income less than 30 means you are reject. If your income is more than 30 means you have passed. But the credit score should not be less than 500. Okay, they already given the example here. If this two condition, if it is there, it will be reject your loan. Otherwise, your loan should be approved. So I want to see this new applicants 25 comma 650, but this is less than 30, so that according to the rules, it will be rejects. Okay, so I'm given the small assessment. Okay, so when you free later, we can be do it. So you'll get to know. Correct. So this is the small assessment. So now, uh, I hope everyone clear. Anybody have any questions? You can clarify to me. Okay, fine. So we are coming back to the next is unsupervised learning models. So unsupervised learning means what? The computer learn from data without labels. Previously, we have data with labels, but unsupervised learning means what? The computer learn from the data without labels. Is correct? So, example, when I say, uh, if you give your shopping data, you're talking about, okay, if you give it your shopping data, it will group the customers with similar buying habit, even if did not tell it who they are. Okay, I'm just giving a basic common example here. Clear? So normally we know very well unsupervised learning when computer learn from data without label, because we want to try the to find the hidden patterns, the group or structures in your data. I'm just given one common example here. If you give your shopping data, it will group the customers with similar buying habits, even if you did not tell it whom they are. Okay, so I'm just taking one common examples. Correct. Now we will see that. For example, we can take one example as a Amazon. Okay, I'm just taking example as a Amazon. So Amazon example is what is the role of Amazon here? It group the customers with similar shopping habits, but no label. Why means where there is a no label? Because the role is what? It group the customers with similar shopping habits, but no labels like electronics buyer or fashion buyer are given. The computer can be discover these patterns. So what is the final result here? It's better product suggestion for each groups. We know very well what is the input here. The purchase history is available, but no labels are provided. Yes, got it here. The purchase history is available, but there is no labels are provided. That is unsupervised learnings. Is clear? And we'll take one more example here. When I say Netflix, so Netflix role is what? It's group the viewers by similar watching behaviors. But here also no label like action fan or comedy fans are given. The computer find the hidden clusters. Clear? But what is the input? We know very well what is the input here. Viewing your history is available, but no labels are provided. Is clear? So here also can we say the role of unsupervised learnings. So when I say Google, the role of Google is what? It group and search the query or articles into the topics. It will group the search queries or article into the topics. Why? Because no one tell the computer categories, but it organize them automatically. But we know very well what is the input here. Such queries or articles are available, but there is a no labels are provided. Is clear? So this also we can be take one example. Okay, that is only take an example here. So if you want, we can take one more example as a bank. Bank, any banks. Is correct. The bank role is what? It's detect unusual spending patterns. That is the role of bank. It will be detects unusual spending patterns. But there's a no label like a fraud has given in advance. There's a no label like fraud has given in advance. The computer spots what look is different. So we know very well the input is what the transaction data is available, but there is a no labels are provided. So can we say this also one examples? It's clear. Uh, okay, we'll take one more example as the hospitals. Okay, healthcare. So I just taken one example, healthcare. The role is what here the group patient with similar symptoms. The role of healthcare, the group of the patient with a similar symptoms or health data. Why? Because the doctor don't pre-label the patient. Doctor don't pre-label the patient. The computer can be find the hidden groups because input is what patient record is available, but there is a no labels are provided. The final result is what better treatment and planning for the risk predictions. That's correct. So fine, we'll come back to the practical now, and we'll see how it practical has to be works. Okay, so I'm taken two examples. One I can be do one example. The task has given is correct. Now, what is my question here? You are given the student height is 120, 122, 150, 152, 170, 170. But there's no labels. Who is taught? No label has given. In this algorithm, we want to group automatically. Yes. Just got it here. Because there is a no label. They only mention the height. 120 is a tall or uh, that we want to be find out. Is correct. So that is only we want to be predict here. There is a no labels. So that is a main reason because we don't know. That is a main reason we are using for your k-means algorithms. Now, what k-means algorithm it's supposed to do here? I'm talking of the k-means. The k-means algorithm, how it will be work? The k3 is nothing but it check short, medium, and tops because there's a no label as given, input as given. Now, k-means algorithm, it's a very big topic. K-means algorithm. We want to know first how it will be work that algorithm. Then only we supposed to be come back. So now the K means K3, how will work this algorithm? It will be predict which is short, which is medium, and which is top. Now we want to see how it will be works. Is correct? Now we will see practically how it will be work and we'll get some ideas. Is correct? Now already I'm given per year. Imagine the student height K-means algorithm. What K-means algorithm it's supposed to do? The K-means algorithm is an unsupervised learning algorithm used for the clustering purpose. It group the data point to for the K clusters similarities. What is the clusters? I'm written K equal to 3, 0 means short, 1 means medium, 2 means tall. According to our example, this is the nearest value. They already mentioned 120 to 122 is 0. Cluster should be 0. 150 to 152 range mean the cluster is 1 medium. 170 to 172 height, the cluster should be 2, that should be top because we are given for K3 years. Is correct? So now we'll see how to we implement the course for this and we'll come back to you. So now, before that, uh, what we will do, we will see without library how it will be works. Got my question here? Now, first, I will teach you without library how it will be work. Unsupervised learning, the basic program. If you have very complex program, then we want to use the libraries and this algorithms. Now, I just taken one basic example. I'm not taking this example. Okay, I'm just taking one basic example now. Now, what I'm doing here, without library, the small program, how it will be work. I just taken one data. I'm just given here, this is my input. Is correct. So already I'm not teaching this program. This program I'll come back. Is correct. So what I'm given here, I'm just taken one data. I'm just writing 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 10 comma 11 comma and 12. Something I have written. So I know variable input, but I don't know the labels. Is correct. Label only we want to be find out. I'm just taken this is group 1 and I will take this is group 2. I'm just taken this is group 1 and group 2. Is correct. Now, what I want to do, input we know very well, but there is a no label has given. We want to find the labels for group 1 and group 2. So I'm just using without library here. Now I declare one variable as a middle. I will use one small formula here, minimum of data plus max and minimum is a function max of data and I'll write divided by choose. So we know very well the minimum of data we have mentioned here that is 2. The minimum is 2 on this plus maximum should be 12. So 2 plus 12, we got it 14. And 14 divided by 2, we got it 7. Okay, without library, first we want to work input as given and how to find the labels, the group 1 and group 2. There's no label has given for this. We want to find out the label. So I'm just taken without using library, how it will be work one small program I have taken. Now what I'm doing here, I will use one for loops number in data. Now first I want to be travel the first number because every number it stores particular index position. It starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I just traveling the first element which we already located in the zeros index position. We want to be travel and we want to be assigned to this variables. Now, what I want to do, I want to use one condition if number is less than middle. I just take this. So my number already we have that should be 2. Now 2 is less than 2 7. Yes, condition should be true. When the condition true, we want to be add into in the group ones. Okay, I want to be added here. So in Python, we have this is the list. I think Python we know very well. This is the list. I'm not talking about this is array concepts. So I want to be add. So what we want to use? We want to use a group one. We have append one method because list is what? It's a mutable. We can add and remove it. I'm just taken here append. We can add the first number that should be 2 on list. I just taken the number. Now 2 will added here. That is only we want to do the big and complex program to using the clusters, k-means algorithm to how to be find the labels, who is tall, who is medium, who is just shorter that we want to use with the help of algorithm. But here we are try to doing very basic program, no algorithms. Now same thing I have to be travel next 3. Again, we want to check 3 is less than 7. Yes, condition true. Now 3 will be added. Same thing, we want to travel 4 and 4 is less than 7. Yes, condition true. Now 4 will be added here on. We got it. So we got it. These are the group 1. Yes. So again, we want to travel the next element 10. Now we want to see 10 is less than 7. No, condition is not true. So we are coming back to the else part. Now in else part, we have to be coming here and we want to use group 2 dot append. Okay. So we are doing manually here. So uh, it will be added here itself only the text. So again, we want to travel the next element. Of course, everyone understand 11 is less than 7. The condition not true. It will become to the else part. 11 is added. So again, we want to travel next element 12 and 12 is less than 7. Condition not true. It come to the else part. We got it. You see that we already got it here. So based on this small formula, we already group 1 and group 2, we got it. This is the input and these are the labels. See that. So easily I got it input and label because before we don't have the label. No label means what? That is unsupervised learnings. So we got it the same things, correct? So based on this small logics, without any algorithm, we did, but we can't work out in the real time because here I'm just taking the basic example. It's working. If you go like some complex big program, it will not be works in the real times. Is correct. So just I have to be print uh, group one. Okay, so I'll just make it this is group one. Same thing. I have to be print. This should be the group two. I'm using this is group two only. That's correct. Let's we'll see the program how it's working and we will get some idea. See that I got it. So I got it the label also here based on the input. It's fine. I'll forward this and just go through that and anyone any question Shashank, any question from your side, Shashank?
No, sir.
Impana, the Ankita, Prakriti, any questions? And projects has given for before only. Okay, remaining I'll come tomorrow. No need to worry about. That's correct. And recording session you will get today. Again, I will remind him. He will send the recording session. And notes also I forward. I don't know he has forwarded or not. I will check with him. He has forward the notes or not, admin. And project I need. Everyone has to be plan what projects we want to do because we have already mentioned in the curriculum. If you want, you can do any other project, but just you can inform me what projects you want to do. And I need for June 30th the project should be complete. If anybody have any questions, sir, I don't know how to do this project, give me some idea, I can be do it. Is correct. And July month, I need only a project presentation. I will arrange three, four, five people. Okay, those are working in the uh, different delegates. We will try to be arranged, and we will take the uh, small review for your presentation also that we will do once you everyone has to be complete the projects. Is correct. Anyone, any questions from your sides? Anyone?
So regarding the project, it should have a front end as well, is it?
Yes, yes, yes. No, front end, if you know, you can do it because they're not mentioned. Everybody have front end part idea.
No,
Yeah, that is a
at least I
question
don't
now.
have.
Because no, those are having idea of front end and DB, you can be do it. Those are not having the idea, you can be use only the back end part. But back end part, it's not that much okay. Because front end part, don't need to get confused. Those are no front end. Uh, you try to be use front end part. Those that don't know the front end part, just you can be used back end part. Fine, Preeti, you can be used front end, not a problem. It's clear? Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, fine, fine. Fine. Anyone have any questions to me?
Thank you.
So regarding projects, any questions? If you have, we can discuss. If anybody need, sir, you can give me one project. Final, I'll give you one project to everyone. Okay. So front end also will be there, back end also will be there, and DB also is there. That is the one IEEE, the latest one. Okay. If you want, I will send you first. Everyone, just go through that, the IEEE paper which we have published, and that is very simple, based on the depression. That's correct. And you check it out, and I'll send you. Okay, today I will send you one paper. You can go through that, and that project I will give you one common project from everyone. Anyone can be used. I will give my data also. Fine. Any more questions? Preeti, little bit unmute. Preeti is there. Yeah. Anybody have any questions from your sides? Anyone? Sishan, Impana, Prakriti, Sahana, Ankita. Any questions? No, anything subject related or projects, any other expecting if you have, we can clarify.
Sir, it's like as you said that you will be given like giving one common project. So it's like we have
Yes,
to do
yes.
two projects.
Yes.
Okay, so one
Okay.
general project and the one which we have to like choose from the list that you have given.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. If you have any other idea also, you can be do it. Any other projects. That's correct?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, got it.
Yeah. Fine. We'll
I had
see tomorrow,
a quick
everyone.
question.
Yes.
Sorry.
Ankita, you have any questions?
Yeah, I had a quick question. I wanted to ask if we were allowed to use the OpenAI's API.
Mm-hmm.
Are we allowed to use the API in our project?
Actually, in your curriculum, they not mention so many things. API. API is a very big topics. Basically, we
Uh,
have three different types of API. Fast API we have. Okay. So yeah, yeah. Tell me, Ankita. I can continue your questions. Yeah.
yeah, like the API that we can buy from OpenAI and like plug it into
Ah,
our
yes,
project.
yes,
I think we
yes,
have free APIs, Grok, like Grok. We
yes,
can.
yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
we have
yeah,
many
so
free
like
API.
something
We
like that.
can
Can
use.
Are we allowed to use that
Yeah, the
now?
open source we can use. I think so.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so Ankita, no need to the buy. We have many free open AI API we have. We can be used.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Fine. So we'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
Fine.
Thank you.